Halloween! Finally! Hello everyone. Happy Halloween. And yes, I checked a calendar. It is Halloween. I wouldn't make that mistake. Again. Anyway, Sorry, one second. Damn it. Let me turn this... God damn, I got a real jack-o'-lantern next year. Screw this darkness. 1 minute. Yeah, and let there be light. Anyways, like I was saying, let's review a game. Yeah, I know that's not much of an intro, but this episode's gonna be short. I'm hoping to do a much bigger Halloween episode next year, but this year, between getting 4 very wise teeth yanked out of my head and some serious computer problems, I just didn't have enough time to really do much more than this. Which is the reason why this review is so short. So what game am I reviewing? Well, if you can't read the title, it's Anna, the Extended Edition. And if you have no idea what that is, Anna was a psychological horror game developed by indie game developer Dream Painters, and it got an extended edition, and that's what we're playing. And I've seen some serious mixed reactions to it. Some people love it, some people hate it. Me? I'm not much of a fan. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start from the beginning. I should say that I'm not really going to be comparing my opinions to the original version of Anna to this one, because it's been a while since I've played the original, and I'm mainly just going to speak my thoughts on this one as if it's its own, standalone game. So to start off, the beginning part is okay. You start the game walking around outside this house. It's in the middle of a forest, and you're trying to get inside. The controls are a bit annoying. In your inventory, you have to click and drag items with the mouse icon instead of just having an option to scroll through everything. Plus, you have to enter the menu, then you had to drag the mouse over to whatever you want and then select it. Then after you've selected that item, if you want to use it in the game, you then have to deselect the menu, and then you have to use it. And then most times that item wouldn't have even worked, so every time you want to try something, you have to go through all of that. But once you get inside and you start to progress through the house, you begin to see just how much more frustratingly stupid this game can get. There's a part where you need to make a light stronger. So obviously you have to go searching and find a book, and then open the book and it has some dust in it, and then assume that the dust is flammable and put it in a light, and then put the light in the water, and there you go! Genius! Speaking of books, I keep finding these books everywhere, and oh god, look how long this is! Look how much there is to read here! This is insane, I'm not gonna read all this! It's not out of the question to read in a game. There was plenty of reading in Amnesia, but the difference is, that was story progression. It was slowly revealing things about the background of the plot. It was more interesting, and it came in shorter clumps. They didn't just throw several pages of boring dialogue at you all at once. There's this creepy looking woman statue of a girl that follows you around. It's pretty creepy, and it did manage to scare me at least once. Okay, here, another puzzle that makes no sense. There's these hooks under a dirty mirror. You have to get a basin, and then you have to put that on the hooks. Then you have to put baby hair, oil, and leaves on it, and then light it on fire. How the hell was I supposed to know that? Maybe it's said in one of those novels. But if that's the case, I don't care, because nobody should be expected to read all of those. I'm not even beginning to scratch the surface on things that are impossible to figure out in this game, but I'm not going to list them all. Basically, all I have to say is, it's cryptic and it's annoying, and it's incredibly frustrating. And frustration isn't always a bad thing in games. Like, take a game like VVVVV for example. I know, weird comparison, but stay with me. It's incredibly frustrating, but that game feels rewarding when you beat it. You feel good when you finally get past the frustration. In Anna, when you finally manage to do something, you just feel like the game wasted your goddamn time. This game does a good job of creating a creepy atmosphere with some creepy imagery. Not really sure what some of this imagery means, but it's still creepy. And it makes you feel very uncomfortable as you're walking through it. But it only has a few jump scares. And even this creepy statue that follows you isn't in the least bit scary after a while. You get used to it, especially with all the constant walking back and forth trying to figure out what to do next. It freaked me out earlier, but she's just kind of annoying at this point. Well, more of the same, and I get to this part where the statue gives me a key, and the game tells me that I should leave this place. You know what? Yeah, why am I still in this house? Earlier I had to cut myself with a ritual knife, and at one point I put a baby's heart into an oven. I'm leaving! Wait, what? Huh. Didn't really expect that to work. Alright, well I guess this is one of the endings. Alright, well let's reload, and I guess this time we'll go further into the house instead of leaving like a sane person.
Just as I didn't deserve the injury that forever plunged me, you didn't deserve this fate either. You shall not know anything else. You haven't reached me yet. Now also, you are a part of me.
Wait, what? Oh my god, is this the ending? This is the ending! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's a brilliant ending. That's the best way this game could have ended. It's so appropriate. Actually, this is probably the bad ending. See, this game markets itself as having several endings, the endings being based on the choices that you've made throughout the game. That's bullshit. Well, maybe I'm being a tad harsh. In the original version of the game, you get a choice of what door to use the key on at the end, just like this one. And if you beat the game fast enough, then you'd get a different ending. And that was it. It didn't even have the illusion of choice. At least in this version, you have a sanity meter, and I'm guessing that that causes some different endings. And you collect these achievement trophy-like things called intuition, and if you get enough of those, I think you get a better ending as well. It's still not really based on any choices you've made throughout your game, but at least it's better than the original. I'm not playing it again, as if I could do any better anyway. This is the ending. I'm a statue. I'm fine with that. What a waste of time. Oh yeah, and guess what? After I beat the game, I found out something. There's a button you can press for clues. If you need a clue, you hit the H key. Was there any part of the game that told me this? If there was, I sincerely apologize, but I don't remember. Whatever, in my honest opinion, my arguments against the game still stand. Sure, maybe it's not as unfair as I once thought, but a clue menu shouldn't be something you're required to go to. Having the H key bring up clues feels more like a handout, something that's optional, something that you can use if you want. There should be clues in the actual game. Or the game could have been programmed so that if you were stuck for long enough doing nothing, then the game automatically gives you a clue. Or hell, just have text come up and say that you can press H for clues once you've been stuck. But no, I'm just supposed to know. So anyway, do I recommend the game, or should you stay away from it like every other game I play? Well, I don't know. When this game does something right, it does it pretty damn well. Aside from the crappy voice quality, and yeah, I didn't mention it earlier, but it is horrible. This game is otherwise presented beautifully. The game looks great. Damn impressive. I'd even say at sometimes it looks beautiful. Where it loses me is in the puzzles. Some of which are mildly annoying, and some others being, in my opinion, impossible to solve. I can't even say that this game is cryptic. It goes far beyond cryptic. Cryptic would be like if the game gave you some sort of obscure hint, like unscramble these letters to get a hidden word, or go find something that's colored red. This game just expects you to know how to do everything, like go over here, get this, then sprinkle it onto a baby face, then stab the baby face, then put on your mask of truth, and then you gotta collect the blood that's now appeared from the baby face. But you can't use, you know, a normal jug or any type of thing like that. You have to use a special little jug. And then once you have it, pour it on that thing over there. And it's like, it's not cryptic, it's just not giving people a chance. Sometimes all I can do is just try everything on everything. But this is not a game like Ace Attorney, for example, when a time comes up here and there where I might not know what to do. So I just try things until it works. In this game, every time you want to do that, you have to enter the menu, click and drag whatever you want to use, either use that or combine it with another item, so drag it over to another item, then select that new item, then deselect the menu, then try it on whatever you want to try it on. Do that with everything in the game. Exactly right. But I'm sure that there are people who have more patience than I do, and are probably able to get into the atmosphere of the game better than me. And even I can appreciate the good graphics and music. I mean, just look at this. Isn't the scenery just beautiful? Lovely. Lovely is the word I was using. That's the word I was gonna say. Lovely. The problems I have with this game still stand, and all the complaints that I've said, you know, I still stand behind. But the graphics are nice, the music is great. The puzzles are annoying, sure, but maybe some people don't find them as annoying as I do. I don't know. So would I call this a terrible game? No. Would I call it a good game? Hell no, I wouldn't call it a good game, and it certainly isn't my kind of game. But would I call it a bad game? I can't really bring myself to do that. I lose my patience really fast with this. But yeah, it's not really horrible, and I could see other people liking it. So, in conclusion, I hate it. I really do. But it's not terrible. Plus, like I said before, you can apparently bring up clues, which, honestly, I didn't even know about until I was almost done writing this damn review. And that's about it. This whole experience has been pretty cathartic, getting it all out. I feel a lot better now. Well, I guess I'll end this like Anna did. So, see you later. Happy Halloween. And, hopefully the next review won't be this short and crappy. So, see you later.
Now also, you are a part